What is up, everybody? Hope everybody's having a wonderful Friday. Hope everybody can hear me okay. So apparently StreamYard has redone their mobile app. So I think I can see comments while live on my phone, which is actually pretty cool. But if not, I got my dad's computer pulled up so I can see comments because that's always been the biggest complaint that I've had with going live on my phone is I can never see comments. So I can see comments on my phone. That's pretty sweet. What's up, Marco? I wonder if I'm gonna do some experimenting. So hopefully it doesn't end. If it does, I'll just jump back in. Camera. So doing that, could you guys still hear me? Or could you still hear me, Marco? Because that like froze the video on YouTube, but I don't know if the mic was still coming through. So there was no sound. Okay. Well then I'll just leave it alone then. Typically whenever I go live, obviously doing it from a desktop. So what I'll do is I'll go through like Facebook and Instagram and all that stuff and invite people. It wasn't too bad. Um, my dad left this morning at like 5 o'clock in the morning to go up to Iowa to see my grandma and bunch of family. What's up, Bert? And so he'll be back next Friday afternoon, and he's got 5 dogs, but he took one of them with him. So 4 dogs and 3 cats. And he was like, "Hey, can you come down and watch everybody while I take my vacation?" Which is not really a vacation; he's retired. It's just another day. I was like, "Yeah, I'll go down there. I'll spend time with everybody." Because Alina, they're starting to do more work in office. So like usually Alina will come down for a week and I stay at home. But it's fine. So I've been up since like 5:30 this morning. I'm pretty tired. I haven't done much today. Just cooked some good food because that's what I do. Made a no, I didn't make the mayo, but I used Kewpie mayo and made a garlic herb mayo to go on a club that I made for lunch. Cooked the bacon and all that stuff. Toasted bread. It was delicious. But coming from somebody who's worked in a bunch of restaurants and is a foodie, I've always heard from websites and videos and stuff that like if you dice up, mince, mash, whatever you want to do with your garlic, you let it sit for about 15 minutes afterwards. It allows the allicin, that's the component in the garlic that gives you that really strong, potent flavor, to develop and it gets stronger. And I've never tried it because I mean, cooking, you don't think about it. You just, if typically we do garlic, but like if you're using fresh garlic, like you're going to grate it or put it through like a mincer and just throw it in the food and not even think about it. I let that Allison develop from 3 cloves. Holy right. It was so good, but it was almost too much. And I'm a garlic lover. Like there's no such thing as too much garlic. But in that mayo that I put on the club, like it built and it built and it built. And I was just like, oh my God. It was delicious. But it got to the point where it was a little too potent. And then hopefully tomorrow night, I'm going to do a play on a horseradish sauce and do that same garlic again, where I'll still get that bite that you normally get with a horseradish. I'm gonna cook a steak. And I didn't look. I should look to see if my dad has any potatoes. If he doesn't, I'll pick up some potatoes. But do steak and potatoes, sure. I even saved the bacon grease from cooking bacon earlier, so I can make that steak absolutely delicious. And then for dinner, of course, I cooked a pizza. So I cooked a pizza. I made a pizza. I didn't make the crust, but put andouille sausage, bacon, fresh bacon that I cooked earlier, pepperoni, black olives, non-dairy cheese, and then made a homemade garlic butter, which I saved the rest of the garlic butter. And I made, if I make myself like an omelet or something in the morning, I'll use that garlic butter with the omelet. I'm gonna gain like 10 pounds before my dad gets back. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, my dad lives about 2 hours away from us. So I left the house this morning. So I'm gonna leave around 6:30 and end up being closer to 7. And I got here about 9. So just been taking care of the dogs, getting mauled on by the cats, and had to run and get some tomato sauce for the pizzas earlier because the only pizza sauce that I found in my dad's cabinet was very much expired. So it is what it is. It happens. How's your week been, Bert? Tell you what, though, my allergies have been kicking my ass down here. My allergies are always stronger here for whatever reason than they are back home. And I don't know if that's maybe because like my dad's northwest of us. Would you time traveler in would you time travel and no future and brought the weight with you? Do you know things are you a witch? What? What do you mean did I time travel? Are you saying I already look like I've gained the 10 pounds? This view is not very flattering, so but I did get a cool shirt at Goodwill. Wine and Kugels. Wisconsin. Wondering where the Halloween is at. How do you know what's gonna happen? I mean, I'm just assuming because I'm making things that normally I don't like make and making them like super delicious and savory and fattening stuff. I'm just assuming. But I do have plans on Sunday. There's a creek that's not that far from my dad's house. Yeah, when I was in high school, we used to go swimming at. Well, so that creek, there's a lot of bends in it. Where we used to go swimming and camping, the next bridge down, there's an old like it used to be like a really nice house, but it's fallen in and it's abandoned. You go past that house and there's a at least there was this area's changed a lot in the last 6 years. But there used to be a path where you could walk down and like walk pretty far out, like in the dry creek beds. So Sunday, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go visit my mom's grave because she's Her grave is probably about 10, 15 minutes past that. And then I'm going to come back and I'm going to do some exploring and hiking and stuff. So, but besides that, I also brought a bunch of stuff with me to where I can work on some projects in my dad's garage. So I'm going to be doing some physical stuff, but also going to be eating a whole lot of really good food. And to answer your question, burns because I have a beard and I know things. So I'll probably end up getting my beard trimmed on Monday. It's getting a little long. And we're not going to Blade Show this year, so there's no reason to like keep it long. And usually I end up trimming it after Blade anyhow, so give me a second, I'm gonna freeze up for just a minute. And we're back. And shoot a message. We gotta grab some Kleenex spots so I can stop like sniffling and shit. I told you guys it was gonna freeze. I literally said it's gonna freeze. Um, I wish I could mess with the space time continuum. That'd be cool. I for sure wouldn't be poor right now. Hey, there she is. Yeah, so can't really tell much. This is the computer room. Um, for the longest time, this desk is exactly right here. The back door of the porch is off to the left side of me. For a little bit, my dad had the desk against that wall, which is weird. But this is the main spot that this desk has always been, and this is the same desk that my mom and dad have had here. My mom and dad got this, I think, from Germany. And so if that's the case, they've had this desk 30, 34, 35 years. Desk is almost as old as I am. But on the other side of this room was my old room when we first moved into this. Well, yeah, they made quality back when you could pick up things from Germany. Alina, whenever we go live, I go live with the computer and my phone. So back when we lived in Germany, and this was 35 plus years ago, so I don't know if it's the same way still. But so back then, instead of getting taxed with like from your job and stuff like that, what they would do is that they would have tax assessors coming into your house and they would literally tax you on what you own. I don't know how that's illegal because you end up getting taxed on top of getting taxed on top of getting taxed. But anyways, that was just the way it was. So what people figured out back then is that we'll just throw out all of our shit, get our tax bill, and then go buy new shit because it's cheaper than paying the tax bill. So like we got a whole big old trunk from Germany that was in two pieces and it took three people to move just the bottom. Real wood. This is real wood. We got this desk. Space time continuum, apparently. Um, you're good, Bert. So yeah, we got all kinds of crazy shit for free when we lived in Germany, and it was like good quality shit. But like I said, you're getting taxed on all your shit, and it's cheaper just to buy new shit, toss it out, buy new shit every year. So it was basically like they would have these massive yard sales, but it was just all trash piles. So like you just drive down the road and see what you find. If you find something cool, you just grab it and take it home. Because we didn't get taxed like that because we were Americans. So we ended up with all sorts of crazy furniture and antiques, and it was really, really cool. But anyways, so this house was built in 2003, and that's when we moved into it. And my dad still has the original oven, their stove, and refrigerator. They both still work, which I'm pretty sure one of the burners went out on the stove. But yeah, the room right behind this room, it used to be my room, and so it's really weird being back in this house that I haven't lived in since 2007, by myself. Like it's really, really weird. The last time that I was here for a week by myself was in 2020. Well, no, 2021. Excuse me. So, well, he went to the future and brought up knowledge, some shit. No, absolutely. Things used to be made to last where you could actually like fix them, and now like it's planned obsolescence. Like things are made to purposely be replaced for profit, and it sucks. No, no, no. That room has been cleared out, and my mom was actually using that as her room for a while. So it's like there's I had staff spots, but they're long. And I'm pretty sure that my mom knew about one of them or both of them. So it's fine. Yeah, it's really weird because like my dad's done some upgrading to this house. But it's really weird like being back in this space and like having all the memories like hit you and stuff like that. It's a very odd feeling. I'm just trying to think. See, I would believe that, Alina, but like dad's already gone through that room and torn it apart and put it back together. So unless she hid some shit underneath the carpet, like there's no way. And so Alina, um, you remember that incident when we were staying here? The desk is in the exact same spot. Luckily, though, like T&W, what's up, man? We've missed your beautiful face. Glad that your phone issues got fixed. So P&W, have a bunch of questions for you, sir. A, how do you feel about the most recent TKO WWE releases? B, have you heard the rumor mill on the next releases that are potentially going to happen? I think most people rage about one of them. Well, yeah, so Lena Burt is saying that I know what's going to happen and I came from the future because I was talking about the delicious food that I made today. And I was like, by the time Friday hits, I'm going to probably gain like 10 pounds. It's like the garlic butter that I had left over from the pizza tonight. If I make breakfast tomorrow, I'm going to use it to make like an omelet or something. And then I've got that steak and garlic sauce that I'm going to make tomorrow night. And save bacon grease for the steak, and it might be a little chunkier and a little bit slower by the time I get back home. Where's it? Stop living the future and break it. Oh, absolutely, Bert. Absolutely. I heard a very interesting theory yesterday or the day before. Uh, well, many distractions when I'm home now. Oh shit, B&W. I hope your mom and dad are doing okay. And I don't remember if it was the last live or the live before, but I told people to go check out your stuff if they haven't, because like you've been killing it on the pens, man. You always kill it on the pens, but your turning skills have dude, you're killing it. So the theory that I heard was that um this girl who said that she was autistic thought it was very interesting how many different people back in 2020 saw different colors when it came to the dress. Is it gold or is it blue or whatever the color options were? And she's like, well, okay, I went down this rabbit hole. And she's like, well, at first I thought maybe it was just a difference of technology. She's like, well, I took the same image and I showed it to multiple people on my phone with the same resolution and I got different answers. So she was like, that made me go further down a rabbit hole. And she was like, honestly, what I think is that depending on what color you see, and it's the same thing with what was the other picture? Was it shoes or boots or something like that? Depending on what color you see is what timeline you're from. So because of CERN going on, Mandela effects, all these, I don't want to say all these timelines, but there's been several timelines that have kind of gotten jumbled up. And I think I agree with what this girl was saying that there's people here from other timelines that it's just all kind of jumbled together. So depending on what color you see is what timeline you're originally from, whether it's this one or a different one. And I was like, that makes so much sense. Brian, what? Like brainstorm audio clip, audio versions, the different space. Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, that's one thing that Alina and I have like tried to figure out because like she'll remember things that I won't remember. I'll remember things that she won't remember from like when we were younger. Then it's Mandela effects. And I'm pretty sure that we got swapped at some point. But who's supposed to be here, who's not. We just make it work. Life's too short to try and figure out all that shit and work through it. Hey, I may not be your real husband, but I'm the one you got. So, and who's to say maybe I'm the real one and you're the fake one? Who knows? Who cares? It doesn't change anything. You're not my real dad. See, that's something that I'm starting to actually like get on board with is reincarnation. To and I hate to use the word reincarnation, but that's what we're thinking. We think one of us did, but yeah, I think there's constant death and rebirth. Crazy little take for me. Somebody found a backpack with. So you have $70,000 now. Ah, gotcha. I was like loaded pepper. Sounds delicious. See, that's a tough situation, PNW, because with the 2 bricks of coke and the pew pew and the cash, somebody's going to come looking for that backpack. So it's like, really, I gotcha. No, I wish it was an elderly man that found it and reported it. I gotcha. Cool. So you're off the hook. No harm, no foul. Fucking Tony Montana's going to roll up on your ass tonight. Where's my money? Put it in the stash file. Either that or it's going to be uh the hell's his name? Dude who was on the movie song with Lonely Island. What the hell's his name? I can see his face. If it was me, I'll take the cash and leave the rest. There you go. What the hell was his name? He was super popular in the 90s. Played clarinet. Yeah, Michael Bolton. Either Tony Montana or Michael Bolton shows up dressed up as Tony Montana. Or Tony Montoya, whatever it is. No, it wasn't T-Pain. Close though. Michael Bolton. Do you guys want to see something embarrassing but also super adorable? So I'm gonna be blinded for a second. I'm gonna shine some light. But that was me, little young whippersnapper. That was my mom, and that was my dad when he was. So let's see here. I don't remember getting this photo. It was probably done at JCPenney's. Um, I'm probably about 5 there. So if that's the case, my dad's 28 and possibly 28 because everybody's birthdays fall weird, depending on when these pictures were taken. And my mom in this picture is probably 32. So I'm currently older than my parents were in this picture. I'm actually older than my dad was when he got out of the military. That's a hard one to reconcile with my brain. Yeah, I saw this picture sitting here on the desk, and I was like, "Oh, my family." Your childhood toy. None of my stuff is still here. My dad has like old stuff of his when he was in the military and like stuff that like my mom collected. Joe, few days of camping with a buddy. Nice. Hope you had a good birthday, man. Um, yeah, thanks for that, Alina. It was a little shit. Yeah, so I'll show you, Joe. It's a very old picture. It's probably about five in that picture. My mom was probably about 32, and my dad was probably about 27. I am fucking adorable. That's what I am. Hell yeah, man. My dad is up in Iowa right now, spending time with his mother and the rest of the family. So yeah, exactly. Um, that picture was probably taken in JCPenney. um, but with my dad being gone and having multiple dogs, he was like, "Hey, can you come down and watch my dogs?" So I go up to Iowa. So I'm at my dad's for a week. He lives about 2 hours away from us, and this is the house that when we moved to Tennessee, we moved into, and I graduated high school living here, and Medellin living here, and then we went off to college, and I haven't been back since. I mean, I've visited, but I haven't lived at this residence since. Yeah, I went to college in 2008. This is my second time back. Y'all live to be 140. What? Hmm? Can I help you? You're being a little shit today. Why don't you come here? No, not you. Sadie, come here. Sadie, come here. Come here, show people your pretty face. No. Daisy, you want to come up? Daisy, come here. Come here. Come here. Yeah, so Parker, Oakley, Daisy, Sadie, just based off photo, you being older than your parents. So I'm older now than what my parents were in that picture. My dad is still alive. My mom passed away in 2020. I'm currently older right now than my dad was when he got out of the military in 2001. My dad's in his 60s. And actually, I drove by my old high school today because I had to run a couple. I had to run errand, not a couple errands, and this area has changed so much, which is not a bad thing because like this is just the best way for me to describe this town is that it's a marsh, like no fresh water coming in, no fresh water going out. It's stagnant. So, but there's a lot of changes that have been made in this town, which it needed it. But as soon as I graduated and went off to college, like I left as soon as I could. and did not have any aspirations of ever coming back to this town. Now that I'm getting older, I'm like, that'd be terrible. So, if you take the back way from Highway 13 over to Dad's house and go Highway 46, where Highway 46 crosses 13 on the left side, so like you're going towards 149, they're doing some like major construction over there, and I don't know what they're building. I don't know if they're building like a horse farm or like a stadium for like rodeos or something, but they're building something huge. And then they're doing a bunch of construction off of Kaiser Ridge Road. Like I don't know if they're planning on putting in like a neighborhood or what, but I'm just like, Jesus. See, Kaiser Ridge Road, that's what I thought was neighborhoods. The one off of 46, um, it's gotta be something like, business or horseflies or something, because it was like railroad timbers and there was a ton of them. And then they also had like metal bracing and stuff. So like metal trusses. So like they're putting something massive over there, but I just don't know what it is. I've left home 1,000 times, but home's never left my heart. Yeah, it's uh you ain't even joking, you know. Um it's a really weird situation, Joe. So like I've talked about this before, and this is just literally me working through my own mind and how it works. So like when before my mom passed away, like I was counted this as my home base. And I mean, both my parents lived here, so that was home. And one of the things that's always kind of fucked me up a little bit is that my dad was in the military, so we never really stayed in a place long enough for me to call it. So like, yeah, I was born in Fort Lewis, Washington. I don't have any place that I really claim as home except for Wisconsin. I love Wisconsin. Also love Tennessee, but like I can't legitimately claim any place as like, oh, that's my home state or that's my hometown, because like I'm basically like a gypsy because my dad was in the army. So like when my mom passed away, this this stopped feeling like home. Um, and I love my dad to death. Like we have a good relationship. There's no issues there, but like I don't know why that changed. But like this, even now that I'm in here flooded with like memories, like it doesn't feel like my home. My home is back in Burnsville with Alina, so it's really weird. It's hard to like kind of wrap your mind around it. Must be nice to have a hometown. You go get some more. Be right. Absolutely burnt. No, it's not going to happen. Go away. Excuse me. Yeah, my mom and I were always like pretty close. Um, and I'm not really close to pretty much any of my extended family. So so three out of the four dogs that are here right now, which my dad took one of the dogs with him, um, they're all from when my mom and dad had a uh, breeding business. So Parker, which is the one that's right behind me right now, um, he was pretty much the dad of everybody. So like Daisy came from another breeder. Oakley came from Parker. Abigail is with my dad, and she was the mom of a lot of them. Bojo was Parker. And I don't remember who the mom of Oakley and Bojo was. Um, yeah, it could have been Abigail, but yeah, they had several litters, and then once my mom passed away, my dad was just like, "I'm not doing this anymore." And at one point in time, he had six dogs, and then right after my mom passed away, he adopted Sadie. So yeah, he always takes Abigail with him. I'm glad he took Abigail with him because like she's awful. She's worse than Sadie as far as like listening goes. I don't know how many times I've had to like physically make her do things, and she's like, "No, I don't want to." But she pulled the same shit with mom, so she is so old. I can't believe she outlived Bojo. Parker's getting up there. Yeah, so tomorrow, I gotta drive an hour to go to our best friend's kid's second birthday party, and then come back over here after that, which I'll do a little bit shopping here and there before I get over here. But uh, Sunday, I'll get up at a decent time, go see my mom's grave, and spend some time over there for Mother's Day, and then go hiking down the creek. And then the rest of the week, I'll figure it out. Oh, dude, man, there's several of them that have pretty nasty farts. So I'm I'm not I'm not missing the smell of blue, but I'm getting it just as bad over here. So how you feeling, Alina? I haven't saving again. Oops. You know, I don't know who it was, but there's been two or three times today that it's gotten pretty stanky. Good. I assume because you didn't say anything about it. So I think somebody just farted. Doesn't. Either that or somebody's stomach's going crazy. Who knows? Jesus. Overachiever. Yeah, it's definitely somebody's stomach. Who's got an upset stomach? That is good. Sadie didn't eat her dinner, so it's possible. Oh, no, it's just, none of them look guilty. Oh, Falk. Yeah, they always look guilty. What are you doing, kitty kitty? Willow, I think. Willow kitty. Willow. Yep. The one that's ugly brown. Kitty kitty kitty. Willow kitty. What are you doing? You just look like you have an underbite. Every single time she looks up at me, she looks like she's gone. Probably pack bags and let the kids see. P&W, you still with us? Soon that's a no. You'll leave us as well? What are you doing? What are you doing, Pixie? What is it, Daisy? Is it serious? Give me a second, guys. No, knock it off. Go potty. Guys, go potty. Go potty. Go potty. Take y'all with me. Yeah, I guess everybody's doing the Irish goodbye. So hard to see, but I gotta watch the dogs say, Parker, go potty. I gotta watch the dogs so they don't eat shit off the ground. But that deck, I helped build. This deck, I helped build. And there used to be a third deck in a pool, but it's gone now. Yeah, like the railings and the lattice and stuff I helped build. That's funny. And I almost typed a response. Jesus Christ. Parker, get out of there. Parker, Parker, get out of there. Come on, Sadie. That's a good girl. Thank you for listening. Come on. Yeah, so we we built the decks in '04, I think. And then after I already moved out, then they got the awning done. But it's nice and calm out here. And then what you guys hear is my dad's koi fish pond. Just wish my allergies weren't like all jacked up here, but come on, dogs. Kitties, get back. Man, what are you doing? You will allow me to do this. Nope, that's the wrong one. Nope, that's the wrong one. Nope, that's not right. All right, let's see. Okay, I didn't know. Well, hey, Kitty. What are you doing, Kitty? What? That is Willow. Mm. What are you doing, Kitty, Kitty? Running away. What are you doing, Crazy Daisy? You don't know? Cool. Here's the only problem with these dogs, they don't talk back. It's probably a good thing. What are you yelling? No, probably not. So does anybody have anything fun planned for this weekend? Going to see my wife tomorrow at that birthday party. Aw, is it that big chunky one that was eating, or was it just a baby cleaning the house? Yeah, I'll probably have to run some dishes tomorrow. Maybe do a little bit of light cleaning. I'm probably going to bring home a bunch of stuff. Oh, okay. Especially with those carbonated waters, because there's a lot of them. So tomorrow, once I get back into Dixon, I've heard other people say that this coupon works. If this coupon works, I may pick up a new welder tomorrow. Waiting for a little bit of range. So that welder that I told you I was super interested in, somebody in one of the groups that I'm in posted up a coupon code that's $90 off. So I've got a screenshot of it. So my dad's not really into knives. He's got an Apex arc that I gave him. Actually, he has a proto and a regular. Um, I was just randomly going through the store earlier, and I found this Gerber that I'm pretty sure I got him as like a birthday gift or a Christmas gift a while ago. Um, like has never been used. My dad does have one knife though that's in one of the toolboxes, I believe. I think that's where I saw it. And it was actually the K bar that he carried through Desert Storm. And that knife is going to be cherished for sure. But yeah, my dad with the job that he was working at, he always carried like a razor blade, so he never really carried a knife. He probably has his Apex arc on him right now, but he's not a huge knife guy. I did think it was super interesting because I came down here a couple weeks ago to help him do some work on his truck. And as I was looking for tools, I found this Swiss Army knife that was in one of his toolboxes. I said, "Holy shit, that was mine." He goes, "I don't know, it might have been." I was like, "No, that absolutely was my Swiss Army knife. It was the first knife I bought for myself." And my dad, according to my dad, he thought I was too young for it, so he took it away. And I never got it back. And I was just thinking to myself like a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I wonder whatever happened to that knife. It's in my dad's toolbox. You're either this person or you're wrong. I brought one of my fixed blades down with me that I'm going to carry with me when I go streak hiking on Sunday, and I'll probably end up taking some pictures of it and stuff and posting it up. My dad's never really been a nice guy. He carried a razor blade for a while because just of his job, but my dad still doesn't understand like why I spend my time making knives. But yes, there is. You just couldn't see it. This is the same one that you yelled at me for having a sticker on. So what you doing, Elena? I was like, hold on, wait. Oh. Can you not, Parker? Parker, Parker. Stop. Stop, old man. What are you kitties doing? Oh, Willow and Cookie. Yeah, I know. Nah, she's taking giving herself shots in her stomach. Well, I don't think I have anything else. I'm gonna jump off here. Uh, Alina, when you get done with all your shots and stuff, give me a call. Thank you guys all for hanging out with us tonight. Sorry it's a little bit of a short one. Stay sharp. Don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And if you do, don't get caught. Deuces.